About a month ago, I built this speaker that you see here. It's made mostly out of JBL 2500 components. This is what the JBL 2500 looks like. As you can see, it's pretty much the same except for the tweeter. And I bought these components on eBay, and the person who was selling them had everything but the tweeter. It got the crossover circuit and woofer that you see there. So I went to Parts Express and I bought this tweeter to add to the project. What I do is I take the volume of the speaker and I increase it to try and get a little bit more bass out of the woofer. And they work really well. And I've gotten some incredible feedback from people who've heard these things that they don't expect this kind of bass coming out of a speaker that's this size. And just for completeness, what you see on the left there is the LX22 that I did the exact same thing, and it's a much larger speaker. But getting back to the 2500, the Parts Express tweeter is far more sensitive than the JBL tweeter, the original. The Parts Express tweeter has a sensitivity rating of 93 dB, and the entire JBL speaker has a 88 dB sensitivity. So it takes less voltage to create sound, and because it is mismatched, the tweeter dominates the sound, and it becomes very harsh to the point where I just don't like listening to it. I researched how I could solve this problem because I've already cut the hole, and the odds of finding a tweeter that would fit perfectly in there that had the right sensitivity just was not very high. I searched, I couldn't find anything. It just wouldn't look right. So what you can do is add a resistor in line on the positive terminal. You just cut the wire and you solder it in, and the resistor will lower the voltage coming to the tweeter, and you can bring it in line. And I experimented. I went and got a bunch of resistors like these that you see here from Parts Express. They're very inexpensive. And I just put them in line with alligator clips, and then I would listen and see if I liked it. So it's trial and error until you find something that you like. Once you zero in on something that sounds good to your ear, you make it permanent with solder, and then you're done. What I'm doing next is I'm going to play for you the original 2500, and then we'll play this one with no resistor added, and then we'll play it with the final resistors that I ended up liking. And what I ended up having to do was taking two resistors and putting them in series because I didn't have the right value. And in fact, I'm going to order a new resistor from Parts Express so I don't have to do the resistors in series, and it's just a much cleaner solution. For this last shot, I'll pan all the way out so you can see my speaker collection. It keeps building. And let's see, the bottom line is you really can't hear a difference with headphones. And even though I used a really good microphone and I set it up properly in the right distance and at the sweet spot, and even with good headphones, I couldn't hear a difference. I'm going to include the audio just for completeness. But if you do have a pair of speakers that are bright, this technique will work. It's a little bit of effort, but you can dial in the speakers exactly the way you'd like. I hope you liked that video, and as I said earlier, this is something that you can do yourself if you've got speakers that are a little bit bright. It takes a little bit of effort, but you will be very happy once you've got them dialed in exactly the way you like. If you got any feedback, send it to me at ara@htguys.com. Please remember to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.